What's going on, guys? My name is David. Welcome back to Competitive Tennis. We're here back with another practice session with Coach Alejandro. This is going to be the last practice session here in Florida, which is pretty sad. I moved to Oregon, and for this practice session, we're going to review just what was going on, what were the things that we were working on, and the things that I've learned from the session. So let's just jump right in, and then we'll just do a walkthrough to it, and I'll give you some of my thoughts for that. So for this practice session in particular, we're working on just rally. That's being our main focus right now. What's been working for me, it's my forehand. That's something that has been working okay so far, and for me, it's a big accomplishment to have started playing tennis 3 months ago, and now I'm actually able to somewhat maintain a rally. So we start with a couple of forehands, backhand. The backhand was very rough. It's very rough around the edges. I have to continue to work on that. So for something that I noticed on this practice session, it was very hot. It was 2 p.m. 2 p.m. in Florida. You're gonna look at 90 degrees, no wind, and very humid. So with those conditions, that wasn't the really what was affecting me the most in this practice session, but it was really what affected me the most was that I wasn't mentally ready for the session. And what I mean by that is that I didn't have a goal in mind. I didn't have something specific that I wanted to work on before jumping into this practice. And as small as that sounds, it really makes a big difference. For the practice, I kind of just felt a little lost, like I was just on autopilot. We go through a couple of rallies here, and even though I am on the level that I am at right now with my tennis, I achieved it. Or I think the reason that I've been able to really pick it up fairly quickly is that I always think about what's the next thing that I want to learn, what's the next thing that I should work on. So for this practice, that's something that it wasn't there, it wasn't present. And it really make a big difference. Having that feeling that you know what you want to work on, it gives you a sense of direction. But as far as the technical part for the session, at some point I kind of realized that was happening, and a couple of the things that I continue to notice is that I'm not staying on my toes. So if you see right on this part, it's when I kind of start to realize that. And a big problem that I have right now is that I don't have enough time to prep my racket. So and you can really and I really feel that, and you can really see it on the video. So staying on my feet, it's gonna I told myself, okay, I'm gonna stay on my feet now. I really gotta make sure that I'm moving quickly once the ball is leaving the other side and it's coming towards me. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have time. And also for the backhand, something I don't really notice it when I'm playing. I really have to think about it. It's that I have to bend my knees. I just have to bend my knees, basically. I'm literally not even bending it at the moment. Not even bending them. But that's something that I really have to make sure I'm thinking about it. It doesn't come natural to me. And when I bend my knees, just like you saw in my last shot, oh, that was a great shot by the coach. He's telling me make sure to bend your knees. So yeah, when I think about it, I actually do it. It's not that I don't want to do it or that I'm just being lazy. It's just I'm literally not even thinking about it. So that's something that for my next, once I find a coach here in Oregon, um, that I can stick to or that I can work with, that is my next thing that I want to work on. Really making sure that I'm staying on my toes and that I'm bending my knees. That's just something that I have to tell myself every single time that I'm gonna hit a shot. That is kind of like the technical part of it. And let's take a look at a couple more shots. It was really hot, very very hot. This was just the beginning of the practice, and I was already like drenched. So here's something that I was also um, I'm trying now. I'm trying more. It's this idea of loading my forehand, and you can see that I'm trying to I would say load myself or like really sink into the ground, sink into my right leg to make sure I'm loading it. And that's just a concept or an idea that I saw on a couple of videos that it's where it helps you generate more power without having to hit it so hard. That's something that I'm definitely struggling with. I kind of just hit it all just with my, and I produce all the power with my right, with my arm. So I was really trying to put that concept practice in this session. This was my first time trying to do that, and I think for the most part, that was a great shot by the coach. You're gonna see a couple of those throughout the practice that he's just gonna hit a winner into the open court. And again, we're just talking about the same thing. Something that I find very interesting about tennis is that it's just a lot of repetition. And here again, trying to tell myself, stay on your toes, make sure to move around, or give yourself time to move around. And this practice was a couple of days ago already. But something that I remember is that when I started playing tennis, I noticed that it was very difficult to to hit it, to get the ball all the way to the other side of the court. It was very very difficult to do that. But during this practice, I felt like, look at that, the coach is like, yeah, good job. Good words of encouragement. But during this practice, I realized that I could get the ball all the way back, and I was kind of hitting it too hard. I couldn't really find the balance to keep it within the court. Look at that winner. It wasn't a winner, but I got to it. Really had to hustle to get to that one. So anyway, now I'm trying to find that balance where I don't have to. I feel like I don't have to hit the ball as hard anymore. And now I'm just finding myself into I'm trying to calibrate the power to make sure it stays in every single time. Good. So we have a couple more. We're gonna go through a couple more rallies here. This is what we did for most of the practice session. But guys, this is a competitive tennis channel. So the goal right now, I'm kind of just building my fitness, building my tennis, the technical part, the mental part. So as I continue to practice more, I'll continue to share what is the journey looks like towards competitive tennis, whatever that means for me. So thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. I really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, and that lets me know that you like this type of content. And once I find a coach here in Oregon, you start to see more practice session with coaches, and I'll continue to share more of those insights from different coaches. I'm very excited to get to the court. I'll see you guys in the next practice.